Vyelle had been working on his school project for weeks, staying up late and putting in all his effort to create something special. His project was an electric circuit board designed to power a miniature city train track. He had thought of every detail, how the train would loop around, powered by the electricity from the circuit, and how the lights in the tiny city would shine as the train passed by. But there was another reason why this project was so important to him. Vyelle had created it with his younger brother, Cyllee, in mind. Cyllee loved miniature trains, and Vyelle wanted to surprise him with something amazing. It was a labor of love, which is why Vyelle hadn't asked for any help from his parents or friends. He wanted it to be his own creation for his little brother. Finally, the day came when Vyelle was to present his project to his class. As he explained how the electric circuit worked and how it powered the train track, he couldn't help but feel proud. He had spent so many nights working hard on it, and now it was ready to show the world, or at least his class. But after the presentation, one of his classmates, Jaden, raised his hand. "It's cool and all," Jaden said, "but the wiring looks kind of messy, and the train doesn't move that smoothly. I think you could have done better." Vyelle's heart sank. He'd given everything he had to make the project perfect, and hearing that criticism made him doubt himself. As the day went on, the more he thought about Jaden's comment, the more he began to question whether his project was any good at all. When Vyelle got home, he went straight to his room and sat quietly, staring at his miniature train track. He had been so excited to show it to Cyllee, but now he didn't even feel like bringing it up. Later that evening, Cyllee, holding his favorite plush turtle, Toink, noticed his brother's silence and walked into his room. "Hey, Vyelle, what's wrong?" Cyllee asked, concern in his voice. Vyelle sighed and looked at his little brother. "I worked so hard on this project, but one of my classmates didn't like it. He said it wasn't good enough, and now I'm not sure it's even worth showing to you." Cyllee looked at the miniature train set, his eyes lighting up. "But it looks amazing. I love trains and this is so cool. You worked hard on it, and I know you did your best. You shouldn't feel bad just because one person didn't like it." As they sat together, Vyelle's phone buzzed. It was a message from his cousin Stefi, with whom he was very close. They often chatted on Facebook Messenger, and Stefi always knew when something was bothering him. "Hey, how did your project go?" Stefi had written. Vyelle hesitated for a moment before replying. "It didn't go as well as I thought. One of my classmates said it wasn't good enough, and now I'm not sure it's worth anything." A few moments later, Stefi replied, "There will always be someone who doesn't see your worth, but don't let that person be you." Vyelle stared at the message, letting Stefi's words sink in. She was right. Just because one person didn't appreciate his project didn't mean it wasn't valuable. He had worked hard on it, and more importantly, he had made it with love for Cyllee. "Maybe next time you could ask Mom, Dad, or even me for feedback," Stefi continued. "We can help make it even better. But don't doubt yourself, what you made is great." Vyelle smiled, feeling a little lighter. Cyllee, still holding Toink, grinned up at him. "I think your project is awesome, Vyelle. You did it all by yourself, and that makes it really special." Vyelle hugged his little brother. "Thanks, Cyllee. I wanted to make this for you, and that's what really matters." Later that evening, Vyelle talked to his parents about the project and the criticism he had received. His mum smiled and said, "You did a wonderful job, Vyelle. Not everyone will always see the value in your work, but what matters is that you believe in yourself and the effort you put in." His dad nodded. "And remember, we're always here to help you too. Next time, if you want feedback or advice, don't hesitate to ask. But never doubt your abilities. You have a lot to be proud of." As the day came to an end, Vyelle felt a renewed sense of confidence. He had worked hard, and despite the criticism, he knew his project was something to be proud of. With the support of his family, he realized that believing in himself was the most important thing.